Now you've got a long wig with a bang. Yeah. There. Are you Manny Pacquiao? That's the hard part, you know. Now, was this person first? What? Really? Yes. Now, how do you get into this class? I need to make sure. I don't know. I really wig on and a bow in it. Are you Shirley Temple? Yeah. Annabelle or Megan? Oh, Megan, yeah, she would.
Okay, go. Okay, go, Butter. Leave it. Good boy. Okay, go. Golden, golden things. What do you want? Walk up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon.
Yeah, to the game.
Unfortunately, with the smoke, Genji striking. Which Blaine's position is Blaine's
Ever international best of 5 on the stage right here. But remember, things that don't happen in Genji is to aggress. Team Heretics attack.
Wait, what? That was
Benji Fishy could be the answer.
High five. Good job.